the one to take it. So as you can see, Blitzcrank not the best at actually killing stuff. Blitzcrank is very good at disrupting the enemy, but not very good at actually getting kills or getting minion kills. But he is going to try anyway. He is roaming the map, which is great because that's what he's good at. He can take out the minion waves with his ultimate, with his overdrive, and then just move into the next lane or help out one of the champions or do whatever. So immediately building a mana mune here, which means that he now has some extra damage, already up to 134 damage, and probably going for some attack speed, because well, you will need some attack speed to actually deal your damage. The attack speed of Blitzcrank is not too bad. It's 0.7 attacks per second, but when we compare that to well, I don't know, someone else, it's oh, this one's 0.8, but well, and this guy probably has some modifiers, yeah. So I'm not sure how the attack speeds are at level 10 for the average champion, but I'm guessing that some champions have a lot higher attack speeds than others. Come on, let me see. Yeah, Ashe won't stay in range, so that's kind of annoying. It's 0.6 for Ashe, and that's because, well, she is a DPS champion, and that's why they lower the attack speed and lower the initial attack damage, because you have to get the items to actually make your character work, where Blitzcrank is normally not used for attacking people. Also, Blitzcrank is a melee character, so I guess that has something to do with it as well, because you have to get in range to actually do the damage. And well, Blitzcrank has some trouble getting into range against a ranged champion, because obviously he's going to get damaged in the way on the way to that champion. But then again, he does have his rocket grab and his overdrive to close the gap pretty quickly, and he should have no problem with that. So I guess you could build an attack speed Blitzcrank. Don't see why not. So the whole team is low here, but the enemy team is spread out a little bit. Yeah, but not enough. Seemed quite foolish to stay in there. The Ryze wisely backing out at the moment he saw that the whole enemy team just was still at pretty high HP, and they lose another turret. So not looking too good. So getting another few minions from the jungle. Excellent, excellent. I like it when people keep up with well, the experience, with the gold, and with the minion kills in general. And we see 64 minion kills on Blitzcrank, which is very good compared to the Tryndamere 49, and Ryze is 41. How do you not get minion kills with Ryze? I thought Ryze was mid. Anyway, Malphite of course has some trouble. As I said, he has an AoE spell, but the AoE spell really not doing too much damage early on, and that is his problem here. And really, I don't understand these kind of people. Oh my god, it's a computer game. Yeah, it is a computer game. Doesn't mean that you have to well, that people don't mind losing. Of course, everybody minds losing. You play this game because you want to win. Unless you play with some friends, and then it's acceptable because then they are friends. And you can choose not to want to win. Is he going for... yeah, he's going for another blue. I was wondering what he was doing, but... so getting a lot more damage done this time because of the mana immune, and getting some lifesteal here. That would be very nice. And by going for more of a DPS build, I guess he has less trouble farming. And well, with double buff, you shouldn't have any trouble. So excellent, excellent. So going for a more aggressive build than I normally do. And I like that, because, well, we saw the defensive build a couple of times in my gameplays. And I like the defensive build because normally my team is very weak, very, well, carry heavy, I would say. And that means that I am the one engaging the team fight and drawing someone in and, well, withstanding the damage for a while. But in this team, well, we have Rice, who probably is up to... well, he does have some additional health from the Doran's Ring and the Ruby Crystal. And he's going to build a Catalyst. Getting another kill here, nice, nice. That's what you get for building DPS, of course. Up to 1.2 attacks per second. Because of his overdrive. And that is quite a nice number. Yeah, Rice now probably finishing his Catalyst, and Blitzcrank building a Sheen. Another addition to the mana pool, 250 extra mana, and also, of course, builds to do a nice amount of damage. Because every time you use a skill, well, there's a 2-second waiting period, but every time you use a skill you get additional damage, which is excellent. And is he going to grab? So unfortunately there's nobody there to grab. And you can see the whole team melting here. And unfortunately, well, so does Blitzcrank, because he doesn't have a lot of tank items. And he could have ran out of there and decided to stay in a fight. Unfortunately, nobody got a hit on Ashe. So Akali getting shot by the tower 4 times, which is not a good plan. So I'm pretty sure he could have gotten out of that without dying, but, well, if you try to stay in to save the turret, well, that's your choice, and I just don't agree with the choice. But hey, I'm not as aggressive with my Blitzcrank, so I'm not sure how to play an aggressive Blitzcrank. Because if you want to get the kills, you have to be more aggressive than if you just want to be the one that that takes the damage but doesn't die. Of course, the problem of this build is that all your tankiness comes from your mana barrier, and you don't actually have any real tankiness, so any real armor or magic resist. and that is what Blitzcrank's normal well, duty in the team is. So apparently Malphite says this game is lost, and that's also always so good. It's good team spirit to discuss whether or not the game is lost. No, the game is never lost unless you give up. The game isn't lost. The enemy team can make a mistake, or you can play better, or whatever. Wow, that Akali really unfortunate to run into the one place where there is someone standing. Run out. So no focus on him this time. Bit lucky that he escaped there, but well, we'll take it. Because, well, normally we would see, of course, him being focused by the two carries that were there, because they only needed to shoot him like I don't know, 2 times each for him to die, and yeah, they didn't. So, Malphite picking up 5 kills, excellent, excellent. And Twisted Fate actually picking up a lot of assists here. Trindamere doing horribly. And, well, Blitz picking up 5 kills and 1 unnecessary death. And Rice, well, he has the 1 kill but 5 assists, so I guess the new Rice isn't as much as of a killer as the old Rise was. The old Rise, of course, was more like Annie, who could do a lot of damage in a small amount of time, but then, yeah, have very long cooldowns. And new Rise is more of, well, shorter cooldowns and, yeah, more damage over time based. So not so much all in one burst. I don't think I've seen any chat from Blitzcrank, which is kinda awesome. Because, well, they have been writing a lot of crap in the chat, and he's just ignoring all of it. He's probably annoyed by the fact that they're also negative, because I would be. Don't understand why people are so negative all the time. If you're 3 kills behind, but you're ahead in minion kills, and you have all your kills stacked on only 2 champions, well, in this case they're not the carries, so that kinda sucks. But it just means that you didn't give too much gold away, because 1 and 6 means that at some point he gave away 300, but most of the time he gave away less than that. So the enemy team does have an Orianna which has 6 kills, which is excellent, of course, and then 5 kills on Annie and, well, their tank. So the tanks in this game doing excellent work. And here we see Ashe doing the same as Rice and not getting a lot of kills early on. But they may pay a pick up, because, well, Ashe is a late game character, and Rice, well, Rice is an early game character, well, an old game character, I guess, because he can perform well early game with his snare and then, well, throw all his skills at someone. And the